First, connect the power cord to a power strip. And then connect the network cable to the computer. We start by installing the exhaust pipe onto the machine. If you have not purchased a Procolored fume purifier, the exhaust pipe needs to be extended out of a window, as the laser cutting process generates smoke and odors. The front and rear acrylic panels of the machine are used to enclose the machine chamber and prevent smoke from escaping. If you are only using the UV printing function, these panels are not required. The machine is equipped by default with an A5 platform, which is secured to the base with bolts. The A5 platform can be used for the following 3 tasks. 1. Small item printing. The A5 platform measures 330 by 90 millimeters, suitable for small items such as phone cases, coasters, keychains, etc., for both laser cutting and UV printing. For laser cutting, you need to place the A5 honeycomb board on top of the UV platform and install the front and rear acrylic panels. 2. Cylindrical object printing. First, remove the bottom panel. Under the cylindrical fixture, you will see 2 raised clips that correspond to 2 recessed slots on the A5 platform. Align the cylindrical fixture with the matching positions and connect it to the A5 platform using the data cable. The software will automatically recognize the cylindrical mode for printing. 3. UV DTF sticker printing. This also requires the A5 platform. Detailed instructions will be provided in the Crystal Sticker Kit tutorial. For cutting and printing larger items, you need to switch to the A3 platform, 330 by 420 millimeters. First, loosen the 2 bolts securing the A5 platform at the base. Then gently remove the A5 platform. You will notice that the back of the A5 platform has contact points that connect to the machine. Next, insert the A3 platform. Press down to ensure full contact and lock it in place with the base bolts. If you are using the A3 platform for laser cutting, you also need to install the honeycomb board. Align the front acrylic panel using the Lens HDDF logo as a reference. Attach the rectangular brackets to the front panel. Make sure the single slot side of the bracket is placed closest to the logo side. The double slot side should face the opposite direction. Attach the long brackets to the single slot positions using the screws from the accessory kit. Tighten securely. Repeat on the other side. Position both long brackets facing downward. Note, the side with the raised hole edges should face inward and should be positioned toward the front acrylic panel. Slide the bottom panel into the grooves of the long brackets. Make sure the magnetic strip side faces inward. Insert one side panel into the groove of the long bracket. Repeat on the opposite side, also with the magnetic strip facing inward. Install the top long bracket, ensuring the double slot side is aligned so the screw holes match. Repeat on the other side. Tighten all screws securely. Reinstall the rectangular brackets in their original positions and tighten all fasteners. Place the enclosure with the bottom side facing forward. Attach the 2 support legs. The top acrylic panel into position to complete the assembly, and the square acrylic cover to ensure safe operation. A3 enclosed cover install completed. Do the same for the back enclosed cover. Replacing the 20-watt laser head with a 2-watt laser head is relatively simple. First, loosen the screws on the side and unplug the laser head cable. Remove the exhaust pipe. And then you can remove the 20-watt laser head. Remove the 2-watt infrared laser head from the packaging and prepare it for installation. Using a hex wrench to remove the mounting clips from the 20-watt laser head. When attaching the clips to the 2-watt infrared laser head, make sure they are aligned with the 4 mounting holes. Then, tighten the screws in sequence to securely mount the 2-watt infrared laser head onto the machine. Connect the laser head cable.
Tighten the screws on the side.
Finally, install the 2-watt laser head in its place.